Stop over-analyzing life. Stop thinking about it. Stop dreaming it. Stop intellectualizing and start living. Start being in the world. Start experiencing and start living. Stop using charts and studies, diagrams, formulas, research papers, anything analytical and intellectual. Stop using all of that. Start being present, being in the moment, living fully, breathing, taking risks, putting yourself on the line, being okay with failing, restarting again, and living. Look, a lot of us do this. A lot of us look out for help and try to figure out life. We try to figure out how to live, what to do, what is the best thing, what is the best way, what is the most optimal way to live. A lot of productivity gurus try to optimize everything. Okay, their lives, their dating lives, their emotions, their friendships. But these things cannot be optimized. And life as total cannot be really figured out. If you believe in evolution, if you're a Darwinist, if you're atheist, you believe we came from the cells that mutated into animals, into monkeys, and then became us as humans. By that definition, you and your intelligence is created by the world. Okay, the world is bigger than your intelligence because the world created your intelligence. If you believe in God, in religions, then you believe that God created you and human beings. Therefore, He created intelligence. Now, something that is created by something cannot be bigger than that. If you've been created by something, how can you figure it out? How can you be bigger? How can you be more powerful in capacity? We cannot understand life with our intelligence. We cannot figure it out. Okay? We cannot just analyze it and come to conclusion, okay, that's what life is. And a lot of people who tell you they have figured out life, do not listen to them. They're bullshitters. There is no way they could have figured it out. Maybe they have figured out how to live safely, how to put walls around them, and not to allow certain people in certain situations in their life so they don't experience volatility. So they're nice and peaceful. And when I say peaceful in that scenario, it's actually sedated. Nice and safe, and they can relax, and there's nobody bothering them, and there's no risk. And everything's okay because emotions don't go rampant up and down, and they feel that they've figured it out. They have found peace or some degree of peace, and they think they have figured it out. But if you've been young, if you've ever been young, which I assume you have been, you know that life is not about peace. Peace is great to have. It's amazing, and it's very much necessary if you want to achieve big things to have peace of mind, or at least some peaceful moments in your life. Maybe every day, maybe every week, every month, or every year, you do want to have some peaceful moments. But life is not about peace. It is about volatility. It is about achievement. It is about big things, dreaming big, being ambitious, going for things. And if you want to live to that capacity, you cannot figure it out. You cannot analyze this and use a pie chart or a diagram or Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a great thing to figure a lot of things out in life, but not life itself. Our intellect, our analytical ability, all these studies, research, data, Excel spreadsheets, it helps us to figure specific things out in the world. How to distribute resources, logistics, how to build bigger buildings, what medicine to use, what medicine is more effective for whatever disease, how to solve economical problems, science problems, engineering problems, how to build software. But it never can figure out life in its totality. And so there is no way, no matter how smart you are, you cannot figure out life. In fact, if you are of high intelligence, you risk getting arrogant and getting that arrogance that makes you think that you can figure out life. While a person with less intelligence are quite lucky to actually accept it, that they cannot figure out, and they're just living joyfully. They're just riding it. The ups and downs, all the waves of it. They cry, they laugh, they get angry, they're happy, they're ecstatic, they're blissful, they're loving, they're depressed, they're sad, they're miserable, all of it. And they just go through it. A person who is not so caught up in their intelligence. But for those of us who are smart, high IQ, analytical, academic, engineers, programmers, science people, we think we're so smart we can figure it out. You can only figure out so little more. Maybe instead of having a manual job, you're going to have an intellectual job, an office job, or a business. You're going to write some software instead of digging with a shovel. And then, because of that, you think you can figure out life in its totality. You can't. You cannot. You cannot apply statistics to get a perfect partner. You cannot apply statistics to get happy. You can only convince yourself that, hey, my life is statistically better than 80% of the world. This means I should be happy. But you're not. You're not happy because of that. If you are happy, it's completely irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant of the fact that you live better or worse than some others. Numbers do not make happiness. Numbers on bank account can give you some safety. And if you never had safety, never had security, financial, then of course it's going to make you happy. Of course it's going to make you happy. But if you had it all your life, it only is a given. It's a default. It's just a baseline to have life experiences. So what kind of life are you going to build if you stop using your intelligence? Are you going to be a bit more silly? Are you going to take a bit more risks? Are you going to be a bit more goofy? Are you going to make more jokes? Are you going to dance? Are you going to sing? Are you going to rap? Or anything? Are you going to allow the beauty of life come in and touch you, move you, inspire you, make your heart beat? You know, some people say, live from your heart, listen to your heart. If you don't believe in these kind of esoteric metaphysical conversations and you think heart is just a piece of flesh that just beats, boop, 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 then understand it as a metaphor of feeling the emotions, living experientially, being in your body, not in your head. It's mind and heart connection. Fully integrated person has both well-developed IQ, intellectual quotient, and EQ, emotional quotient. Emotional intelligence and logical intelligence, that's the right word to say it. Correct me if I'm wrong here, right? The intelligence of the mind, of the brain, and intelligence of the body. Heart, mind, mind, body, mind. Fully integrated is how you get the best out of life. So stop living intellectually. Start living experientially. And on that note, I'll leave you with it. Have a lovely day.